again outplay Angel Reese in the head-to-head matchup in the WNBA season opener, right? And things got chippy between the two when Caitlin Clark tried to do a take foul and Angel Reese tried to physically assault Caitlin, basically took it out on Caitlin Clark after Caitlin Clark basically outplayed her and made her look silly throughout the totality of the game. And Angel Reese, man, I don't understand where this animosity comes from against her against Caitlin Clark. Maybe she don't like Caitlin Clark. Maybe she jealous that Caitlin Clark getting all the attention, all the, credit and all the glam and all the, popularity that she deserved. But she's the one that put you on, Miss Angel Reese. She's the one that made people know about you. She gave you the global spotlight, Angel Reese, right? And you sit there trying to physically assault Caitlin Clark. It's just crazy, but it's good for the game because everybody's going to continue to talk about this. Everybody's going to continue to make something out of this, right? And it's good for their rivalry. But come on, bro. She overreacted, man. That was not a hard foul where she should just get up, and just knock Caitlin Clark head out her freaking show. Like, that's not a hard foul. Like, it was a take foul. You want to foul Angel Reese because she sucks at the free throw line, right? You know what I'm saying? She sucks as a shooter in general, right? And at the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense on how Angel Reese reacted that way. But meanwhile, she didn't talk about how Trinity Carter and multiple, players tried to physically assault Caitlin Clark all last year. So when Caitlin Clark gives her a taste of her medicine, she don't like it. I tell y'all, bro, Caitlin Clark is not something to be messed with this season, her sophomore year. She is going to win MVP. She's a top 3 player in the WNBA. Her playmaking, her passing, her advantage creation is at a high level. Bro, she dropped 20, 10, and 10. Her 3rd career triple-double. Like, she's doing historical stuff, right? And then you give her another defender, another post scorer, another roller toward the basket, right? Her playmaking, her passing, her advantage creation, and her scoring. I mean, she was very efficient tonight, right? So just give Caitlin Clark her respect. Give her her credit. Why do people sit there and continue to hate on Caitlin Clark? It doesn't make any sense. Caitlin Clark has basically bring the eyes to the WNBA. Caitlin Clark basically made these WNBA players have shoe deals, sponsorship deals. And we got girls like Angel Reese who sit there and want to try to fight Caitlin Clark for just no reason. Like, that was not no dirty foul. That was not no dirty foul. So imagine if Angel Reese would have walked up to Caitlin Clark and nobody backed them up. What Angel Reese gonna do? She gonna punch Caitlin Clark? She gonna punch the cash cow? She is the cash cow. She is the cash cow. But it just show y'all who Angel Reese is, bro. She has no control. She always want to come out there and attack people, bro. And at the end of the day, she's not working on her game. I mean, look what she did in the post. She had a solid game today, but come on, bro. Like, we got to be honest, bro. You're going to physically attack Caitlin Clark because you're getting outplayed? Caitlin Clark has a winning record when they both have great teams. Caitlin Clark has a winning record over Angel Reese. And in those matchups, Caitlin Clark is averaging more points, more assists, shooting better from the field and from the three-point line. Come on now. We got to stop this nonsense, man. The WNBA is at its highest heights. You know why it's at its highest height? Because of Caitlin Clark. Like, this is Angel Reese just overreacting. Like, it was not that serious. Like, y'all was physical with Caitlin Clark throughout the whole totality of last year. And did Caitlin Clark get up and try to fight y'all? No, she took it on the chin. So she just basically trying to, like, make everything dramatic like she always do. But Angel Reese, there's just no improvement in her game. 5 for 14 from the field. I mean, she only scored less than 13 points. I mean, come on now. We have seen the development of what Caitlin Clark is providing as a basketball player, right? And we're seeing the impact that she's providing. I mean, 68 true shooting percentage tonight. Real talk. And then she go along with that. Y'all sit there and say that Caitlin Clark doesn't play defense. Y'all sat there and said Caitlin Clark is not good defensively. Go along with a 68% true shooting percentage. 68. Not only is she good positional wise, not only she's a really good off the ball defender, right? She's really good at using her hands to deflect passes in the passing lane. She's really good at sending help, right? Those are things that y'all just don't talk about because y'all just ignored by the narratives and the stats and all that. But Caitlin Clark is a good defender. And then we talking about she's already the best offensive player in the league. Her playmaking, her passing, her gravity, her off-ball value, and what she can do to be able to manipulate defense onto lower than to her. I have sat there and said this about Caitlin Clark. She reminds me of Steph Curry on the way that she scores off the ball, on the ball as well. But then she's a vanish creator and create open looks like Magic Johnson. Oh my goodness. Bro, she is literally the greatest offensive player the WNBA has seen. And when she start hitting shots, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But for Angel Reese, this is not no rivalry. This is not. They try to make it as a rivalry to push the WNBA, to push the things and what makes the WNBA great. They try to make it a rivalry, between the two. And I like how Angel Reese trying to, do dirty plays to Caitlin Clark to get people talking even more. Because at the end of the day, more talk, more clicks, that's what we want, right? But this is not no rivalry. Caitlin Clark is clearly the better player. She clearly dominate their matchups. This is not no rivalry. Y'all make it a rivalry. You, Angel Reese, Barbie boys try to make it a rivalry. Y'all try to make it about race, right? Every single time it's about race this, race that. No, how about talk about how Caitlin Clark is a better basketball player? How about talk about Caitlin Clark is a better off-ball defender? How about talk about Caitlin Clark a better scorer? How about talk about Caitlin Clark a better passer, playmaker? How about talk about that, right? Talk about how Caitlin Clark is more scalable? Talk about that instead of just sitting there talking about race. Come on now. It's not about race. It's about how great you are as a basketball player. And at the end of the day, bro, she's just not a better basketball player than Caitlin Clark. You Angel Reese Barbie boys got to stop. Y'all talking about she worked on a game. She's still the same flawed player. Now, she looks-wise, she got Caitlin Clark times 10. But when we talking about as a basketball player, she's just nowhere. That's like sitting there comparing, a watered-down DeAndre Jordan to Steph Curry and a Magic hybrid. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Those are my thoughts. Holler.